Hello and good evening. For All Mankind, Season 4, Episode 2, Have a Nice Sol is over, and it has been since 2023. But here in 2025 on Live Long and Podcast, we're just getting started. Our mission to watch every episode of For All Mankind continues, and this one dropped exactly 2 years ago today, as it did the last week. And I'm always a little amazed by the cosmic timing. The year is 2003, and the world of For All Mankind has changed, but the stakes are higher than ever. From Martian mining disasters and Soviet exile to panic attacks in mission control and reluctant oil workers headed for the Red Planet, we're here to break it all down. Now, here's the guy who watched Ed Baldwin lose a crew to a broken tether, Danielle return to command, and Marco get ghosted in Star City and still wonder if Molly was right about the Selfish Prick Club. I'm Dave Mader, and we got a great panel here to break this down once again. She's watching Danielle reclaim command, Ed buried the grief in protocol, and Jimmy Stevens disappear into the penal system, all while wondering if Happy Valley's real problem is a leadership vacuum. Style meets steel, it's Heather Narduzzi.
Hello, everybody. I hope that I don't disappear into the penal system, although it does kind of sound like a good time.
Well, it's better than having Jimmy on the show, I think. So,
Yes.
but we're glad to have you here with us, Heather. Joining us next, our spiritual compass, still weighing the cost of mercy against the burden of command. If trust is currency, he's tracking the exchange rate. He backed Danielle's call to exile Danny. Now he's watching her challenge Earth's authority all over again. It's Kevin Millard.
Hello, Dave. Yes, she is. She's excellent in this episode. Fantastic leadership.
Danielle is the true leader. I think it's been established here, which of all the astronauts, who's the best leader of them all, it is Danielle Poole. Of course, he's not just reading the terrain. He's watching the fault lines form from Ottawa to Happy Valley. He's tracking the quiet revolutions, the economic undercurrents, and moves no one sees coming until it's too late. If Mars is a pressure cooker, he's already listening to the hiss. It's Adam Woodward.
Hey, guys. I am listening to the undercurrent, and man, they got some problems up there.
They do. Some inequalities, it seems like, between the highfalutin types and the lower deckers. And we're going to get all into that. Also, back with us, he's our technologist who doesn't blink at taking a TV apart at 3:30 in the morning. But when Margot's surveillance vanishes and the comms go dark, he's not patching the system. He's questioning the source code. It's Jody Simpson.
You know, Dave, I have to say something here. Between Kevin's, naughty, nasty man voice going on right now, and Heather saying penile, I'm having a good time.
I know.
Jody, I said penal, and if you heard penile, that's on you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Either way, it's good.
And he's okay with it being on him. That's for sure.
And yeah, Jeff and Adam, I'm having a great time.
Of course. And rounding out our panel tonight, he's tracking the fault lines beneath the mission from Margot's quiet rebellion to Miles' economic awakening. If the show's about alternate timelines, he's watching the moral ones. Who gets forgiven? Who gets forgotten? And who gets paid? And yes, when Daniel Stern shows up, he's thinking Home Alone, but also wondering what kind of a world builds a black market before it builds trust. It's Jeff Mader.
I only have one thing to say about this episode. Fuck Ed Baldwin. Fuck him.
Well, that tracks.
I think you're going to have a lot more to say about this episode once we get into it, because there's a lot of Elena in this episode.
Yes, and we're talking about Have a Nice Sol, the 32nd episode overall for All Mankind, which aired on November 17th, 2023, written by David Weddle and Bradley Thompson, and directed by Lucas Etlin. And yes, we talked about Danielle taking command. We're getting more of Miles, the everyman, getting a reality check here on Mars, finding that it's not so luxurious here in space. We see the whole comms on Mars getting restored and trying to bring some morale up here. Danielle trying to make her mark as a commander. Kelly and Aleda getting together in this episode. And looking
the vacuum of suck is immense.
I thought you would be excited for that part, Jody. And then we also see everything happening in Moscow and the Soviet Union as as in this timeline, the fall of the Soviet Union happens in 2003 instead of 1991. So we're kind of seeing the beginning of all that play out at the end of the episode. So yeah, let's talk about it. Jody, you said you loved this episode and you thought it was really interesting. So why don't you
I
start?
didn't say any of that.
Oh,
I thought the episode was mostly boring, quite honestly. I don't know how many times I looked away, and it I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way.
anything in particular? Was it just the Aleda and Kelly of it all, or?
Well, that was bad, but I'm still with Jeff here on the fuck Ed Baldwin hype train, because yeah, it's
F Ed Baldwin. It seems to be the current tonight. Kevin, do you join in the screw over Ed Baldwin chant?
join us.
I don't know about that, but was I watching For All Mankind or Cocoon today? Like, it's so nice that they've put a retirement home on the fucking moon, but maybe we could start with something else.
Is it Ed in particular looking just as old as anything now? Yeah.
Even Danielle, they ate her up too.
Yeah, they
Aged
did.
her
To
up,
be
yeah.
fair, all they did in this episode was eat pasta and fix TVs and emails. You know, like that's the whole episode. That's what happened.
And the whole thing in Moscow and the Soviet Union stuff.
Oh God, fuck that. That was at the end.
Economic collapse. History, Jeff.
They
For the
didn't
most
even
part-
they didn't even like put her in a riot or anything. They just she was just kind of on the outskirts.
She's like,
for the most
no,
part.
don't hit that newspaper man. He's just sells newspapers. And,
Like, we're supposed to believe that Margot's really smart, right?
well, rocket
Like, did she not clue in when she leaves her hotel or whatever it is, her
Residence.
She
domicile?
could be smart for some things and not so smart for
Like,
others.
she's like, there's
She's
nobody on the
brilliant.
streets but ambulances and stuff like that.
She's a rocket engineer. She's not a street smart person.
She has zero street smart. She never went onto the street. She slept in her office and
That's
ate,
true. Yeah.
you know,
Had Slim
whatever
Fast.
was there, Slim Fast every day. She never left. She doesn't know what the streets are.
True.
No, the streets of Alabama, maybe. But yeah, Jeff, was there anything in this episode you enjoyed?
Enjoyed? I do agree with I agree
Like how you
with
said
Kevin.
that.
I agree with Kevin. Like, I felt like I was watching a retirement home, and it was a capitalism versus communism struggle throughout the whole episode, which I actually I did enjoy, like the
Yeah.
plight of the workers, because it's very familiar to like real everyday life. You know, like there's haves and have-nots. That's what I kept thinking throughout the whole episode.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to the end of the episode and was like, that was really satisfying episode of television. I was, you know, like, it was just kind of like, okay. You know,
It was
like,
it's
Sending-
kind of quieter episode.
And sending videos and email is just garbage.
Yeah, and we saw, like, I guess the inequality here between like the officers, like the Ed Baldwins and the Danielle
Yeah, you have-
Pools.
Danielle is like walking around and she's like, she's got her nice, gourmet coffee and she's walking around.
I enjoyed that montage a lot.
Yeah,
The-
and then
the
you got the
upstairs,
other guy,
downstairs.
whatever his name is. We'll call him Quaid because that
Miles,
would've been better.
Miles.
Well, I'm
Miles,
calling
yeah.
him Quaid because it reminds me of Total Recall. But anyway, yeah, you have him walking around and he's just like, this sucks ass. Why
They're
did I sign
deducting
up
his
for this?
paycheck for uniforms and for what else was toothpaste and
really bad.
Yeah, is this like a Walmart? Like, what is this?
Meanwhile, did the astronauts get deducted? Do they even, no.
They would owe NASA money if they actually had to deduct everything.
But
they
like,
use.
but Ed's not NASA. He's Helios. So does he get
That's
it?
right.
Does he, like, and we saw him having to swipe.
Well,
his
yeah, but
card.
so is Miles. Miles is Helios as well.
Right. Well, and it seems like most of like the worker bees are Helios. That seems to be like the new model. here.
Yeah,
So
the high ups are all like the space agency people.
largely, yeah.
Yeah.
And like that whole thing with Ed, where he's like, "Hey man, my paycheck," and he was just like, "Do you know where you are? Mars, and it's trying to kill you."
There was
Yeah.
multiple times where I was like, fuck off, Ed Baldwin. Like, get the fuck out. And it would have happened right after a conversation with Danielle where it's like, remember the old days when it sucked and we complained? And he's like, yeah, I do. And
The only thing good in
Yeah,
this
like-
episode was, hey Bob.
Yeah. Hey, Bob.
We got a hey Bob. Okay, let's go over to Adam. Adam, how about you? I know you're struggling.
I love your
week.
shirt, Adam. By the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just can just say, I sold my soul to the company store. I mean, this is what it was. It was just some. And Jody, you nailed it, because I've seen this show before. It was called Total Recall, and they all rebelled and stood up against the man. And
no three titty aliens though.
Not yet.
So it's already down.
But
all right,
I didn't love it. That's for sure.
You didn't love it,
Evan,
but
you missed it last week. It was another bad one too.
Oh, I didn't miss it. I watched the episode. I intended on being here.
he intended on complaining about it.
Right. Okay. Well, Heather, how about you?
There was parts. There was glimmers of it, but things bothered me a lot. Like, does it really take Danielle? Like, first of all, why is Ed Baldwin a leader? Like, he's got to go home. He's running away from his own daughter and grandchild to stay up in space.
Workaholic.
He's just like the rest of us. He doesn't care about that kid.
He is. He's escaping the world up there. He doesn't want to go back. He doesn't want to do anything. I think he wants to die up there.
His bones are like that pasta. If he goes home, he will barely be able to move.
That's right.
It's the gravity of Mars. He's been on Mars for 8 years? Is that what they told us?
Yeah.
He can't. Can he even go home? I don't even know if it's feasible without putting him into some kind of a mechanized suit. Heather, how about you? How's this season going for you so far?
Much the same as everybody else. I'm not super stoked about it yet. I did love the montage in this episode, though. I thought that was terrific.
That was good.
And the choice of music was good.
Yes.
Using the gorillas for that scene.
Yeah, gorillas for that was great. Yeah.
That was very cool. The music supervisor knows what they're doing on this show. I find they're really good with that.
Yeah, they always match
of course, I liked the ending with Margot, and we're seeing everybody what's going on with them, but there's nothing super exciting happening yet. So I think we've just had a couple of laying the groundwork
this is a
episodes.
filler episode. Yeah.
Not necessarily filler, but exposition, I guess.
Well, because it's a brand new show. It feels like a brand new show.
Yeah.
Every season for this show does.
I was watching the opening credits that you have on, Dave, for us here, and I was thinking, man, this show was good. Was good.
What is this?
It's only 2 episodes. There's still time. No.
We had a bad end of season. What season are we on now? 4?
4.
Season 4, yeah.
That's where most shows. That's where they really start hitting their stride.
This one was really good out of the gate.
Yeah, this one was really good. Okay, but we remember season 2 was not everyone's favorite either. There was a lot of that. So I don't know. I feel like, and season 5 is coming, and I'm hoping that there's going to be more, I guess, something closer to season 3 again is what I'm kind of hoping they'll do next, or season 1 even, because I feel like this season has a lot of parallels with season 2, where, okay, we got to Mars, but now we're dealing with the aftermath of what that means, right? And some of that's not exactly the most glamorous, the most exciting, flashy stuff, but it's kind of figuring it out how this is going to work and the practical realities of it. So I guess it depends on how much of it you want it to be adventure and sort of this fun stuff, and or how much you want it to be realistic, I guess, and based in the practicalities of it all. But yeah, and I think that they're doing some interesting ideas here with Miles and showing that the Danielle's not out of touch, but the Ed Baldwins and these leaders are, and the higher ups are definitely.
But this is nothing new. This is we've seen this.
But they're not out of touch. They were never in touch. That's the thing. They've always been put on a pedestal. They've always, had their way for the most part.
None of that makes sense. Why would you keep somebody in the bottom of the ship? It's not a ship. It's a stationary base.
And they drilled down for that.
It's underground.
It's
literally
work rotations where you can come up and be on the surface and see different things. Why do they eat separately? Makes no sense at all. There should be one cafeteria and shifts on that. It just.
Why are you the XO? You should be running things, you know.
He's too young.
so
You have to be 80 to be the expert at this thing.
Way too young. This young whippersnapper thinks he's got all these ideas about the crew eating together. I don't know.
I'd vote for you, Adam.
Thank you. This is the other thing. How in hell? Like, I think some of Helios has just forgot about Ed Baldwin up there, and they just pay him, and he'll just disappear someday. But there's got to be people that can do stuff in these companies other than these two people.
I think they just put him there because they didn't want to bring him back because they're like, oh, he's a pain in the ass when he's on Earth.
Don't worry, we'll try to kill all these characters one day. So,
and then even Kelly, like, I actually felt sympathetic for her in this episode because she was told, her 8 years of work is now on hold.
Yeah.
You know how much she cost with her fling? That must have cost a fortune.
Yeah.
I don't have any sympathy for her.
Well, she's gonna break away maybe with Aleda, who apparently doesn't sleep. So we got a lot to get into. Let's jump into the episode visuals and see everything we saw.
Right.
Which a lot of this coming from the perspective of Miles. So we see, they've arrived here after a month-long journey from Earth to Mars, and there's a shuttle coming down from Mars, and we'll see that Miles is one of the passengers. I don't know if Danielle's also on this shuttle. We don't see her, so maybe she come down in a different run. But
you get some private shuttle days.
Yeah,
she gets the captain's yacht.
Right,
first class.
Of course, how silly of me. So we see them coming down, and we see like this other guy that Miles is talking to throughout the episode. He's like, oh, look at that. That's like Sojourner that was crashed there 8 years ago. And so we see with a 2000s era digital camera being used by Miles to take a shot here.
Well, they don't have camera phones yet, Dave. They only have Apple Newtons that can stream high def audio and video.
Well, I don't know. Like
to Mars.
I totally thought of that when he put it up. I was like, oh yes, he's taking a digital wait, no. Yeah, they don't have smartphones yet, I guess.
Yeah, but they have
How long before the iPhone shows up here? This is an Apple product, so
right.
There's going to be an iPhone in this.
Yeah, you would think that the show that on the Apple TV would want to get their iPhones introduced earlier, but
they basically said in this universe that technology has advanced faster than in our universe,
which is impressive considering that camera probably in 2006 I probably would be using. So I don't know.
Right.
This is adequate for that.
It has the little box on the screen where it's already.
Look, I have one of those point and click cameras here. There you go.
I had one of these at the time, but then the iPhones come along anyway. So, but they're maybe they're trying to make us feel like this is the 2000s more in this way. Right. Anyway, so he's taking the photos, and they come on down here to the landing site at Happy Valley. Landing here on Mars for his 2-year stay. What's this going to be like? And they unload into the little rover and head down to the base, which is fairly substantial.
Oh, here's another crossover movie too, like Avatar.
Yeah. I can definitely get some Avatar vibes here, like a stranger in a strange land sort of thing. And we meet he's like the Helios middle management guy. He reports to Ed, and his job is sort of orientate the new workers here.
I get Starship Trooper vibes from this guy too. When they're in the.
He's not fierce enough though.
No, but like the whole the way they're dressed. The whole vibe is very
utility, yeah.
Utility, yeah.
Yeah, their uniforms all gray and kind of boring looking, and
that's because there's no lights down there in the cellar.
No, exactly.
Doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you look like in ore processing. That's what this looks.
Here's another one, Silo. It's like Silo.
Yeah, Silo.
Silo, sure. So at this point, Miles still has hope, and he's still feeling good, right?
Miles has more on-screen time, I think, than Ed does in this episode.
Yeah, this is a very Miles-focused episode.
Well, Ed had a lot of naps.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
nap time's important. So they get like a little kit, which this yellow bag, which we'll see that they'll get charged for, and everything inside.
This is the only color you get.
Yeah,
yellow.
Enjoy. But they're here on Mars, and Miles is still
Well, because he doesn't know how shit this is going to be soon.
No, he's still enamored by the.
He's still in the
adventure.
awe stage.
He's still in the awe stage. We see like there's got the vending machines where you can put in and buy little snacks here, ice cream sandwiches.
Those prices are decent. But why are
$2.
they paying for the food here?
Yeah. You can even put cash in. So you get the swipe cards. They head over to the astronaut quarters, and Miles, he's looking to go, I guess, where Danielle and all them would sleep, and he's like, "No, you're not going there, son.
No.
Come follow me. We're going to the cellar." So they head into the elevator. And they go down to like the third basement,
and they call it -3. Like, could that be any more demeaning? You just couldn't call it like basement 3 or something like that.
-3
or sub-level 3, maybe.
And we find out that they're building 2 more sub levels, and they're not done yet. So 3 is
once they're done, they'll get to move down there.
They're down
maybe
there.
even further into Mars.
Yeah, so they're heading on down into this underground, but like there's less radiation down there, so that's good.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah. And that is our teaser for the episode. Have a nice Saul. I think the other thing that the other guy was saying as he was orientating Miles was that everyone gets a wristwatch that's orientated to the Martian Saul the day, which is I don't know how many hours.
26 hours.
26 hours, like on Bajor. Kind of
it
like
was 26 hours, but I could be wrong.
A 26-hour day, which means they need to even be more productive. More work hours can be fit in now. So not more sleep hours. So that is our teaser for the episode as we head into our first scene, which has Danielle. You're right. They did gray her up a bit in this episode, didn't they?
At the beginning. And then she gets younger.
Yeah.
Because she's in the upper levels and they have hair dye there.
Right. Better skin creams. They definitely take care of them in the upper levels.
When you're on Mars, you put the lotion on the skin.
Anyway, so she's out here
Or
looking
you go
out,
to sub-level 3 again.
and we get our first uniting here of the Bobs, the surviving Bobs. Bob 1, 2.
So you guys still think that's funny?
It's not funny, but it was nice to see.
I
it's
think
not
it's
funny.
sweet.
Yeah,
I
I don't
like
think
it.
It wasn't
doesn't
even
make me
funny then.
laugh. I don't think it was funny then either, but it's kind of just.
I don't think it's funny, but it's
reminds
nice
us
to see these two together again. I
yeah,
guess.
they have history,
And then you see Ed, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, boy,
This
does
is
he
the
ever
thing.
have
Mars is
history.
not
Like-
doing good for you, my friend.
No, I think there's some sexism in play here too, because they're not that different in age, and they made Ed look super old, and they just grayed up Danielle's hair. Like they barely did anything to her face.
But
It's
you know
all
what,
of-
Heather?
it's
I think
all of
there's
Ed's
something to be
anger.
said with like some vitamin D and gravity.
Right.
And
Are you
No,
not
just
getting-
lots of sleep and lots of hot.
Are you saying
food.
sexism against men that were
No,
making us look old?
it's because it's okay for men to age, but it's not okay for women to age.
Right. Okay. I see what you're
You
saying.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
I'm
in
just going with
Hollywood.
the whole scientific part of it. Like if he was out there for that long, he'd get no vitamin D except pills,
Mhm.
and he's got no gravity, so he's like probably paper thin everything.
Yeah.
Yes,
This
that is
man-
true. That is true.
You would easily win a fight with this man. Anyway, so he's showing Danielle around the base. They got conference rooms and sabbaticals, and they even have an apple tree that's not growing any fruit.
And a person in the corner that looks like she's wearing a Starfleet uniform.
It's that
Go
one.
back. Go forward one. In the background there.
Oh yeah.
the one with the red.
Oh, that's a Soviet. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a shot in this episode of the outside of the hab, and it looks like Starfleet, like the star logo, like all of like the ribbing on the outside of the building. It looks like.
Oh, really?
Maybe you have a shot of it, Dave, but it's pretty cool.
I
I
didn't
maybe I would do. Not here, I don't. But anyway, so then we have Danielle is being around here with Ed, and then they see Lee, the North Korean guy, the first man on Mars, who they got to know. She's like, "Hey, Lee," and she tries to chase him down, but Lee is with his North Korean political supervisor man, so he's like, "Comrade Lee, act properly, act North Korean like you know how to." Of course. nice to see you, and then he like scurries away. And she, which Danielle
So
doesn't.
the one thing we've
understand.
learned from this show is North Korea are still a bunch of pricks. All right, let's move on.
At least their government. And so anyway, so Ed's like, he's got to be careful. He can't be too chummy with us because the government's always watching him. There's a political officer present.
Yeah.
And then we transition back to Mr. I don't know this guy's name, but he's like the drill sergeant of the.
Let's call him
worker bees.
Sergeant Slaughter,
or just call him Deke. He's
call him Deke.
He's like
Yeah.
the new. He's like Deke's nephew.
Yeah.
Little Deke. We'll call him Little Deke.
His nephew twice removed. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so he this is where he's showing them around like the different sections. Hey, that's the North Korean section. You're not allowed to go there no matter what.
They have their own pin pad, you know.
If you don't know that code, don't ever go near the North Korean section under any circumstances. The warning's issued, and so they're like, yes sir, yes sir. And then so they all get their orders, their work orders, and so Miles came here because he was a former oil driller. He thought he'd be working on the asteroids, but because of the whole accident that happened in episode 1 we saw where those 2 people were killed, that's all been put on hold. So now Miles is he's running the HVAC basically.
So what's the time frame difference between the first episode and the second one?
I'm like, well, at least a
At least
month.
a month, yeah, because he hadn't left yet.
Yeah, if he hadn't left, then he already knows he's on his way to a place where they don't need him right now.
Well, I think they're like, we need
So
an
he's
HVAC
going to
guy.
have to do something else.
Yeah, I think they just didn't tell him before he left that they were going to reassign him, and so they had already trained him at that point to a certain extent.
For a
I do
guy
like
that
the
was-
dick. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, for a guy who's super desperate to get this job, and then he gets the job, and then he gets there and he goes, this is bullshit. This isn't the job I wanted. It's like, well, yeah, you could have waited to go to the moon, or I know you needed it right now, but like, it's,
Yeah, well, he's a bit impulsive here,
right.
And then Miles, he joins his where he sleeps, his quarters, which he shares with like, I don't know, it feels like at least 8 other people. And there's no window of out to Mars. You just have to look at.
They got a picture though.
They have a picture, so that's nice.
That'll work.
Yeah. And he meets some of the other people in his section here. Gets his.
Are they underground?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Well, I guess that's safer because of wind
There's less radiation too.
and less radiation. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, then we meet this guy. He's like a Russian guy who works for Helios. He runs the black market here on Mars. I can get you anything you want, he says. Just let me know.
He's like
Red.
Red in Shawshank.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
the guy who can get it for you.
I'm a guy.
This base is a fucking prison. All right.
Yeah, he's the Quark of this universe.
Right.
Yes, and so anyway, Miles says, "Oh, okay, thanks."
The
And
nose and
then-
the ears check out.
Yeah.
All right.
As he's looking through his bunk here, he finds like a photograph, and we see the photo of Parker, the man who was killed in the previous episode alongside Kuznetsov. I guess with his family here, and this character's name. Does anyone remember her name? She's a main character now, by the way.
I don't know, but I'm
Massey.
predicting.
Massey.
Massey.
I'm
That's
predicting these two are going to get drunk and have a fling.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, so Massey, we saw she's kind of grieving for Parker, who was her friend, and she takes the photo from the bunk. And so Miles is like, "Well, this is a hell of a first day. I'm not working the job I wanted to, and not necessarily feeling the glory and the awesomeness of being here yet." Anyway, so then we head to the next scene, which is Danielle having her first like kind of senior staff meeting with the different astronauts here and cosmonauts, talking about the tragedy of losing Kuznetsov and Nameless Man.
And the other guy.
Tom Parker.
Yeah, but she talks about Kuzi was my friend and he kept me
Yeah.
sane all those months we were here, and
So-
she doesn't even talk about Parker.
I noticed
you
that in the
explain
episode
the-
last week when they were doing the news, and it was
Yeah, same
Kuznetsov
thing,
and
We
other
said
guy.
that, actually.
Other
And other
man.
man.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
another astronaut was.
Yeah.
killed.
Terrible.
I don't
Astronauts
believe
are
that
real
would be
people,
a-
and workers are not.
What are you
What's that,
saying, Adam?
I'll be glad we beat. So can you guys explain to me who's in charge here? So she's in charge of what?
The whole base.
The whole
Everything.
base.
So
She's
what is
taking
Ed?
over for Ed.
Oh, Ed was in charge of the whole
No,
base?
No.
Ed's the second in command.
Well, he's second in command, yeah.
Okay,
was
but,
He's
this other
Colonel
guy.
Todd.
But Ed's leaving.
oh, was that other guy at the beginning of last week's episode? That was
Right.
all right.
He had
So
to take the
NASA's
fall. He took the
so
fall
NAS-
for the whole tragedy.
So NASA's in charge of the base.
It alternates between the Russians and NASA. But right now it's the Americans' turn to
Okay, so how does Helios fit in?
Helios kind of serves both groups, and they're kind of neutral between
They're the
so
staffing agency.
They're the staffing agency. They're like the manpower.
They're the
effectively.
Bajoran workers.
They're like, how many peons do you need? I got this guy named Miles. He'll do nicely.
Anyway, so yeah, and then there's different astronauts from different countries here, but primarily it's NASA and Russia, and North Korea as well.
God, that guy's happy.
Yeah, very happy.
Must be great
here.
living in North Korea.
It's wonderful.
I don't have to worry about it though because they don't get to see.
Oh my god, look at him there.
I don't. Who looks more miserable, the North Korean or Ed?
Ed.
I think it's still Ed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks totally stable.
He's
This
closer to death.
He's like,
That's a man that should be making
I
decisions.
miss Jimmy.
He's the angel of death. Anyway, so everyone, but she gives like kind of this inspirational speech about how she's going to turn things around here, and everyone gives
You
her
know, like every
applause.
every upper management shows up and says, "Yeah,
This is the
Yeah.
whole issue with this episode for me with Danny, is she has all the right intentions, but she always is talking to the other important people on the base and never the people she actually
yeah
wants
she's
to
never
help.
talking to the people." Yeah,
She's
Yeah.
never
Plus-
talking to the workers, and that's actually who she knows things aren't going so well because, like, let's face it, Ed was in charge, and like, look at his attitude. But like,
she used to serve under Ed,
right? So it's like, why doesn't she talk to the crew? She has a conversation with Ed. She has this meeting here, and it's just like that's the one thing that bothers me about Danny in this episode is like,
Yeah,
talk to
but
the
she
actual
does
workers.
start doing, I'm management by walking around. She starts.
you do see during her little montage that she does walk around.
She
and
does
talk to the
figure, she
lower-
does figure out like some of the morale issues really quickly, but we don't see her necessarily having conversations to get to that point. It seems to be
Like
all,
when they go to fix the satellite, right? Does she tell everybody she's doing that?
yes,
No,
It's
No, she
all in
doesn't.
that. It's all in that lunch scene with her and Ed, right? Where she was like, "Hey, we got it. Like we're getting emails, we're getting our videos from home, but the crew aren't."
Oh, I wouldn't be telling anybody that, Jeff, until
Why?
it's done.
until it's
Wow.
done. Yeah,
Because they were so
Yeah.
unclear whether they could actually get it to. They were so unclear whether they could actually do the job.
yeah. It
If
wasn't
you
even
tell
designed
people-
to be at.
Listen,
like
management
work
101,
design.
man. If you promise something's going to happen or you're going to even work
it
on
better
it,
happen.
expect it to be fixed. It's the
I don't
worst
know.
thing.
I don't know. If you're in something, you should be in it together. You know, this is the whole problem is between management and workers is that the workers never feel like they're in
Like,
it together with you.
I think
know?
she could have said, we're going to give this a try. We know it's an issue. We're going to give it a try, but we don't know if it's going to work. If she went and did it honestly, I think that would have
Right.
probably worked better for her. And I think then you would be right, Jeff. But no, she doesn't do that at all. So she kind of goes on Adam's mentality, which is, management shouldn't be promising anything, which is true.
I don't know if
Well-
she promised anybody anything.
No, she didn't.
She
She
didn't.
didn't.
She didn't promise anybody anything. She didn't even tell them. It's better. Like, that's a nice surprise. They got that fixed. Hey, she's actually listening,
Well, and later on, when Miles sees that all of a sudden he gets all of his email, he's like, oh, wow.
Mhm.
So then all of a sudden he felt good for a minute,
Anyway, so that's going on here with Danny. We head back to Earth, and we're going to see what's going on in the Rosales household, or actually, I don't know her husband's last name, but
It doesn't matter.
yeah. Anyway, Leda's up at 3 a.m. She hasn't gone back to work. She's still dealing with her trauma, and she takes away the TV, circuit by circuit. Is this what you do, Jody, at night?
No.
Night and day.
I'll tell you right now, I've
No.
worked on a lot of LCD panels, and there is not this much circuitry in them. it's
No,
it's
there
literally
isn't.
one main board and an inverter. That's about it. in the panel.
Ashley has come home to scenes such as this.
Yeah. Candace.
Where I'm like, this might go back together, or we might be taking a trip to the store to buy a new one.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Elena's here.
I ripped apart the family VCR when I was like 8. So,
Mhm.
and it was a rental.
Everything I took apart, I never was able to put back together, so I stopped.
Oh,
doing
see, I was successful.
that. Yeah. I thought jelly beans in the VCR would make it better, but no.
No.
Anyway, Aleda's like saying she can't go back to work, and her husband's kind of frustrated with her, and she's like, well, just take apart TVs at 3 a.m. That's normal, like, you know, because she doesn't want to go back to work, and she doesn't want to go back to counseling or, you know, anything like that. So
I loved her reaction to the therapist. It was like, I'm just gonna sit in the room, tell her what's wrong, and then she's just gonna go, She's like, I'm not doing this, you know. I was just like, that is probably so true, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you
like, I
write?
guess it all depends on your therapist. I think therapy's good, but like sometimes it's just like they just listen.
I would be lying though if I didn't rip apart like a laptop at 3 a.m. I've done that.
Well, better than therapy.
I don't know. Some people would tell you that I need some.
You?
Yeah, I know. I was surprised too.
Yeah. Well.
I'm like, how dare you?
Anyway, so Aleda's not sure what to do with herself. We'll come back to her. Then we got Miles trying to get his video emails, D-mails as they're known in this world.
Anybody who uses Teams can completely relate to this scene.
Yes. He starts watching the video from his wife and kids, and it starts to play, but then it's frozen. There's no bandwidth. And we find out that that's kind of been the way. Is nobody's getting their videos or messages from home. I guess I imagine the text-based ones are easier to transmit than like the video, but this is just
but you can't do video sex with just text, Dave.
No video sex. That's true, but you know, it's a message.
Yeah, but you can do sexting, which is
Absolutely.
what everybody wants when they're on Mars, isn't it?
Yep, that's it.
Especially in the little bunks, Heather.
Yes. When you're sharing these bunks with all these people.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Bunks, put in your earplugs. I got a text from my wife. Come on.
Little sock on the curtain.
Yeah, just adding to Miles' misery here, where he can't
I think
even
they're
get
using the socks for other things.
Anyway, so Miles not too happy here. We see the different experience here, though, for Danny, who's been on this base as long as Miles. Miles already becoming disillusioned.
This was the best part of the whole episode.
Yeah, this
It
is the whole
was
montage,
Yeah.
the split screen where all of like her message from her son is
Oh
coming
yeah,
through.
crystal clear. That puppy, she's got full fiber going on there,
Yeah,
and he's got like 28 BPS modem.
exactly. But it goes beyond just that. It's like she has a window. He has got a picture of Mars outside.
Yeah, not only that, but she's got like this grand desk, and like it's got like all this crap on it, and she's got this beautiful, scenic window that she could look out of.
Yeah. Now, granted,
he's
she
got-
is
he
base
has the
commander,
poster. Like they should have just put a poster there that was like the kitten hanging on.
This
Keep on
Hang in
hanging.
there, kid.
Hang
or
in
whatever.
there.
Yeah,
is Pike's quarters.
yeah. Pike's quarters versus everybody else's quarters.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
There you
yeah.
go.
Like she obviously gets her own room. They're sharing all together down in the basement.
Yeah, she's got like a nice bunk and like room to like have activities.
She can hang
And,
up
like, they
all her
don't-
clothes. We see this woman clipping her toenails or whatever.
There's nothing that grosses me out more than people who clip their toenails like that. I just like in front of people. Don't do that. It's gross. Like your family's fine, but don't do that with others.
There's no privacy here. We see, just even like waking up in the morning, going out here is not too fun. Danielle's having a good time, whereas Miles is just getting told what to do. He's not having a great.
Yeah,
day
Miles
at
is
work.
like, you're an AC repairman now. Enjoy.
Yeah. Enjoy on Mars. What else? Yeah, she's shaking hands, kissing babies, sort of thing, going around. Everyone's smiling with her. Where
They actually have cooks where she stays.
yeah.
Whereas, yeah.
Those are condoms. Please help yourself.
Are they condoms, really? Oh, yeah, they are
Yeah.
magnums. Yeah.
Yeah, magnums. I see it.
So hey,
Too small for me. But
Please help yourself.
Please help yourself. Oh,
Please
well, as a
yeah,
matter of
because we
fact.
don't want any more fucking babies in space. That's
no more
why.
babies. We already learned with Kelly
What's the
Baldwin.
small prints then?
No. These are just. Well, never mind. There's gravity. Never mind.
It says before using, read directions and
Enhance.
warnings.
Warnings.
I didn't know they had warnings.
Listen, if I'm helping myself, I don't need a condom.
I would hope not. If you do, I'd be really concerned.
Anyway, so yeah, they're making their way around the base.
And he's like being attentive to people, and he's like getting ignored. And...
She gets a cappuccino. He's making a coffee with like the spray thing from the sink here,
which is recycled piss, by the way.
And it's
Recycled
like
piss.
powder. I really liked the contrast of them both sipping their drink at the same time, and her being surprised at how good it is, and him being disgusted at how gross it is.
Yeah.
That was,
And she also has the white cup, and he has the black cup.
Yeah. Right. There's definitely a division here. Different experiences they're having.
It's got a nice Schaefer pen too.
And even in the montage, it's all split screen, and then like they actually like run into each other here. And there's just kind of like a head nod, and they kind of pass.
And he probably like smelt her coffee. So he's like, "Fuck you." Yours smells way better.
But despite all this,
does he even know she's the commander of the station or of the base?
He probably doesn't, because he probably hasn't been introduced to her yet.
Exactly.
Maybe not. Yeah. But isn't she like famous? Like
well,
world
yeah,
famous?
she is famous.
yeah.
I don't know if he cares.
Maybe
No,
not.
probably not. He was too busy drilling oil.
Yeah, people tell me about famous people I've never heard of all the time.
I know. I tried.
No, but like, even if you don't follow the space program or anything, everybody in Canada, I think, knows who Chris Hadfield is.
Yeah.
You know,
Jada Pinkett Smith played her in a movie.
Pinkett, not Pinkett Smith.
Can we just look at this guy's choice of literature? He has how to read music in 30 days.
30 days.
And then he has Star Battle Puzzles.
Right. We see this one of the NASA astronauts here having a video from his family, and so
they got think pads. That's good.
Yeah, Miles is fixing his air conditioning, I guess, or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, can you look at my sink?" And he tries to like, "That's not my department." He goes, "Oh, thanks," and he kind of dismisses him outright because he's just
he doesn't even know who he is.
He's just the help.
He barely put his head up.
Yeah.
And he's like,
And look, they got nice padded walls and everything. It's great.
Yeah. Anyway, so then that's the end of that sequence. Then we head back to Earth, the Carl Sagan Center for Planetary Science, which is, I guess, where Kelly's working now. They're working on this robot that can explore caves. That is, I guess, Dev again does not appear in this episode, but he is in this season.
But it was told that it was his company.
It's his like robot dog.
Yeah.
And they're using these to help detect methane potentially in different caves, which could be a sign of life, which is still what Kelly's focus is to try to find.
Well, it said it could find colonies, so it could find colonies of like microbacteria and stuff like that.
Potentially, right? So they're trying to find life on another world. So we see Kelly showing this to, I keep calling him Daniel Stern. I know he has his character as a name.
Call him Marv.
Eli Hobson.
Eli Hobson.
Just Marv.
Eli Hobson here. And he's like, "Whoa, that's really impressive, Kelly. Can I talk to you privately?" So, we don't have much money anymore. And after this whole thing, we might have to cut back on the science.
We're going to probably have to move you to the basement.
Al Gore is president now, and he's very concerned about the budget.
Right. That's exactly
And global warming.
And global warming, all these things. So, no, you might have to put some of your scientific endeavors on hold for a bit here, Kelly.
Maybe try not to have any more kids in space. That would be a good idea, too.
Well, the reason he says that, though, it's budget, but he's also saying they got to make this profitable. This is going to be a profitable venture. So all hands on deck till we get these asteroids mined, right?
Right. Because at one time, I'm going to tell you about this kid that used to like try to hurt me.
Yeah. Right.
He used to throw bricks at me.
Yeah, I used to throw bricks at my head. I was like, "Who throws a brick?"
I stepped on a bunch of micro machines. It was crazy.
Yeah. Harry. Anyway,
this is like so sad. It's really showing the divisiveness, not divisiveness, but
I see what you're saying there.
Our gap in our ages, because I never even think of him in that movie. I think of him as in City Slickers.
See, it looks like the Starfleet A logo, right?
Yeah, I can see that, like the little Delta movie on the habitat here at Mars.
Yeah.
Okay, so we head back to Mars, and we get there's like a great pasta dish here made. They apparently, I think they said 80% of their food is now grown on Mars.
75%.
Yeah. And They're getting the pasta here. You get roast chicken with French green beans and roasted potatoes, fettuccine, brown butter.
Okay, hold on. What's a roasted new potato?
A roasted
New potatoes and potatoes that were just grown and harvested this year.
And poop.
In
This
Astro
potatoes eat for a long time, so new potatoes.
So like
have,
Matt Damon's poop
softer skin.
potatoes?
Pardon?
Matt Damon's poop potatoes?
Yeah.
Ugh,
potentially.
Jody.
What? He
Anyway,
survived.
Yeah.
They're all having it. So so this is where Danielle is talking to Ed about the morale and everything else. She starts this conversation. We're kind of
He
flipping
even
back
gets
and
side salads, Dave.
You can get
Side
side
salads.
We see what they're eating down in the lower decks, which come out of these
They
little
have to
hot.
pay for.
They have to pay for everything, and we're told that this is meatloaf.
Yeah, that checks out. I've had meatloaf like that.
It's like even for a TV dinner, that's a little rough, but it's not the tastiest stuff here, and we're seeing the kind of the contrast between how they're living up above and below, as Adam was alluding to. Like, why don't they just all eat together? Why can't they all go to the same cafeteria? All
These guys are basically the people that work for the Wayland Corporation. That's basically what they are.
Yeah, just adding to Miles's misery.
It is like on a ship, like they are the below deckers, like the lower deckers, like they're like they're not allowed on the top of the boat,
Exactly. And again, Massey continues to be like this character who has been here a while. She's even more cynical than Miles is at this stage.
That's why I like her. Okay.
Yeah, she's just like, yep, and she'll say later on, like, you can't even leave, you can't even quit, because if you quit, they'll like charge you like 150 grand.
Yeah, that was a great part of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna charge you $150,000 for recovery fee for what they had to pay for you.
It's kind of like indentured servitude in a lot of ways.
That's
right?
exactly what it is.
Yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
They're in
about that.
prison. They're basically in prison.
It's basically prison. Yeah.
Right. But freedom. Anyway, so
freedom isn't free, Dave.
Freedom isn't free. It costs a lot of money.
You have to fucking pay.
You get fucking fat for your freedom.
So, and up above, like, there's this conversation here with Ed and Danielle as they're eating their pasta and salads.
Ew. I don't know if I like that salad. Ooh.
Why is he cutting his food like that too? Like, look at him.
He's old
because he doesn't have any teeth left.
Yeah, he's old.
But if you go back to when he was eating spaghetti at the outpost, you do the same thing.
He's eating Karen Baldwin awful spaghetti. But also, Ed going on about how it's not a luxury mission while he's eating his artisanal pasta is disgusting.
I think the way he cuts the food is a Ed Baldwin thing or a Joel Kinnaman thing, because I'm interested. Because
I don't know.
It could be a Joel Kinnaman. But part of what Ed is saying here is that, like, they kind of look down, like people like him look down on these workers like Miles and Massey, because they're just here for a paycheck. They're not here for the scientific exploration and for the adventure and to advance
As if
mankind.
Ed's doing it out of the goodness of his heart. He's not collecting a paycheck. He's eating artisanal pasta on Mars. Come on.
Exactly.
He's only here because his daughter is at home now. He's like, I'm not dealing with that fucking kid.
And I think that that attitude is the exact wrong
make me
one
babysit
to have on a mission like this. Even if you do have people that are working and they are essentials but aren't.
So how long has Ed been there now?
8 years.
8 years.
He hasn't left.
Wow.
He hasn't left since basically since
he's actually 32. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then Danielle's saying, like, okay, but like the communications are down and I'm able to get my emails, but none of them can get their emails. And you talking to your daughter is considered essential, but not to them. Right. And she's figured all this out pretty quickly. So
which is good of Danny, because it shows that Danny's got, she's got a compass, and it's she knows what's going on, and she's got to figure it out.
This just establishes that, like, she's a way better leader than Ed or most of these other characters.
Did anybody think that wasn't going to be the case?
No, but it just affirms it.
It also establishes how out of touch Ed is with the workers on the base, like he's been XO and breathing the rarefied air for so long that he doesn't even realize how things are for the lower deckers,
Yeah, absolutely. And he's supposed to represent them. He's like the head Helios guy, right? But yeah, he doesn't really. He feels like he has more in common with Danielle than he does with any of them, right? And so Danielle's saying like, well, they told us we can't fix the satellite because they want us to get a replacement one. That's gonna be a year away. So Danielle's like, I'm pulling rank. I'm gonna fix the satellite with or without Helios's help or NASA's approval, whatever. That's what we're doing. Ed's always down for a mission like that. So he's like, okay, let's do it.
Structurally, this design doesn't make any sense.
What?
But anyway. No, I'm just talking about the back window that they showed.
Yeah, the deltas again.
The deltas, yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
It looks like very breakable.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Get your ass to Mars. All right.
the Mars, Quid.
Then we get Danielle goes, or not Danielle, sorry. Leda goes for a meeting here with Hobson at the Molly Cobb Space Center, as it is now known. We see her go past the memorial from the explosion all those years prior.
She doesn't even look at it either, which was good.
Yeah, she has this meeting here with Hobson, and Hobson's like, "Welcome back, and there will always be a home for you here at NASA." And she's like, "Okay, I'd like to come back now." And he was like, "Oh, okay. Well,
but I heard you're crazy.
I heard you had some mental health issues, and that's very important to President Al Gore." And she's like, "Never. I don't have any health issues, mental health issues. Never. That was never the problem." So
look at this totally natural, chill smile. I'm fine. I'm fine.
totally fine.
I'm not going to kill anyone.
Yeah. In Hobson's defense, he tries to say everything and do everything the right way. I think here he doesn't. I don't think he's.
Yeah, he doesn't come off as a dick or anything. Like,
No.
he's doing what he needs to do, but
right.
He's concerned.
Right. And anyway, but then he mentions Margot in the scene, and as he mentions Margot, this like triggers her PTSD. She's seen shots of like when her office was blowing up, the bombing.
I do the exact same thing whenever I see Margot,
or hear her name.
I'm
mentioned.
like, ah!
Yeah. Anyway, and
you know
so
what though, I like the detail, the sound detail that they play, like a tinnitus sound when she's having the PTSD bit. Like that feels very real to me.
As somebody who suffers from tinnitus, yes, it is.
Yeah,
it sucks.
And Hobson says, "Hey, if you want to come back to NASA today, then great. We're lucky. We're glad to have you come back." And he offers the hand, and then she says, "Nope, I quit." And she walks out. "I screw you." And he's just like, "Huh? That was the weirdest meeting I've ever had." And who can blame him?
I'm going back to doing burglaries.
Yeah, maybe I need to go back to Chevrolet or wherever he was working before this.
Chrysler.
Anyway. Chrysler, sorry.
No.
Anyway.
I don't think it was Chrysler.
We then head over to what was formerly the Outpost, now known as Julio's Tex-Mex. I guess the Outpost didn't work as a franchise, or at least it moved from this location. Although,
well, Sam died too. The passion died with Sam.
So, but like the restaurant brand went away. Like,
well, somebody's got to drive it.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, the Colonel's been dead for a while, but KFC's still around.
Wouldn't Kelly have inherited it potentially? But
Kelly's too busy procreating on Mars to be running the Outpost.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so
making life, and she's looking for life.
Yeah.
Why would Kelly inherit it?
Because her mom.
I don't think her mom.
Oh no,
didn't own it.
Karen
No,
sold
she didn't. She sold it to Sam.
That's right.
Oh, but they went, and their other business wouldn't have been related, I guess.
Different business.
Different
Yeah.
business. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess Jimmy would have inherited it, maybe. From
that would have been an awesome plot twist. He's running the Outpost from Britain.
or even Amber and the daughter there. I don't know.
You gotta go order some of that more watered down pasta sauce.
We've got a comment from Pascal here who says, first time seeing those scenes, I don't know why it looks like more of a drama show. They used to do a bunch of sci-fi stuff, Pascal.
Yeah,
This has become a soap opera. It's a soap opera, Pascal. That's all it is now. It sucks.
These are the days of NASA.
Well, at Julio's Tex-Mex, sometimes Aleda runs into Kelly, and then they get together and have shots.
She's already hammered.
She's hammered. She doesn't need any more.
She's all
Yeah.
jacked up on shitty spaghetti, only it's Tex-Mex
She's
style now.
She's like, they gave me a cup of the spaghetti sauce. Quench my thirst. So much water in it.
And I guess they hadn't really had any scenes prior to this, so this is them kind of getting together for the first time.
I don't even think she's eaten anything yet.
I thought the way that they did the intro of these two characters was fun because I didn't realize that they hadn't really met yet until this scene. And then that Kelly said, you were the flight director whose bright idea it was to launch me up into space.
Yeah,
While
so
pregnant?
8 years ago, they did this Hail Mary move. It worked out, and she didn't come back to Earth and instantly thank the person that came up with it. That seems kind of douchey.
Well,
Yeah, seemed very Ed Baldwin, almost like she was
Yeah,
raised by
she's
him.
really like her
she
dad.
is Ed Baldwin's daughter, so that's not.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and there was that whole explosion and all that aftermath too, right? But
That doesn't stop you from picking up a phone.
Yeah, that's true. You still say hello. Anyway, so they're getting shots here. We'll come back to them after
Shot.
they get into their many drinks here. Get the lime for Kelly can't hold it like Aleda, apparently. Anyway, so then back to Mars where we see that Miles has got his first paycheck and he's looking at all the deductions.
Towels.
Towels.
Floss. $7 for floss. How much floss does this guy use?
What is he flossing with $7
that's a good
for the
question.
floss?
Even the video messages he sends home are
They
like
charge
costing.
you for shitting. Look, sewage disposal.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
everything.
crazy. Base
Yeah.
cleaning.
And the gall of charging him for the video messaging when it doesn't even work.
How much is he
$33
making? Where's his did they show his income?
They don't show the take home, no, but
No.
But he
We're
does say, guys, he says he's making less than he was on Earth.
right.
Yeah.
Well, do you know how much oil drillers make? They make a fortune. That's a dangerous job.
Not when they have to pay $12.24 for water treatment.
Not when Al Gore's president, Jody.
I will say though, this guy must have a great set of teeth because they charged him $12 for toothpaste and $7 for floss.
No, in real life he's British and he wouldn't. So
Oh, okay.
anyway, so then he's lamenting all this. Massey shows up just to say, "Yep, you're gonna have to pay for everything, sucker. Welcome to Mars."
Was this not in the contract? Like they must
Apparently,
have
but he
said
didn't read the
something.
fine print at all.
This is
he
why you
just-
always got to read your end user.
He just
agreement,
signed. He
guys.
just signed on the dotted line. Miles not necessarily the most sophisticated guy, so
No.
he's like, "I got to go talk to management." So he goes up to go see that guy. Mr.
I'm surprised he's even allowed up there.
Right? Yeah, they're like, he's like up here to complain. He's like, "This is not what I signed up for, and I didn't want to be an HVAC guy." And
Where did you get the door code?
Yeah, yeah. And then we see Ed comes over and goes, "What's your problem, sailor?" And he's like, "Oh, Mr. Baldwin, they deducted me for floss and everything else. What am I gonna do?"
Like, yes, I have gorgeous teeth. Thank you, but that's a little
It's
excessive.
like, "Do you know where you are, son?
Like
We
Ed
pay for
was
floss up
asleep.
here on Mars.
The airlock? No, you're on a different planet, and it's trying to kill you. That's why you need your toothpaste. So you better start putting that all together. It's.
I have to admit, the liver spots on his face, they've done really well.
So yeah, he's
I'm
not that-
sure everybody had the same reaction as me when I watched this. I was like, "Oh, come on, Ed."
Yeah, he's a
Oh.
douche. in this
Ugh.
scene.
Yeah, and
Little Deke didn't help.
Little Deke,
No.
Little Deke did not help.
No.
Yeah,
Little Deke's like, it's my first day.
yeah, shut up. And again, Ed also kind of world famous, as well.
Oh, yeah. He would definitely be known.
Also,
Yeah.
that move where you put your hand
Ah,
in the
that
middle of
is the
someone's
worst.
chest, that is probably
That's up there when you go to a store and somebody's like, is there anything else, Chief? When they say
Yeah.
that, that drives me nuts too.
Or with all due respect.
Well, I say that one just for fun though.
Yes, and then you say something super shitty after.
I know, that's the funny
With
thing
all
about
due
it.
respect,
Without
here
due
comes the
respect,
most
you're a
disrespectful thing I
fucking
could
idiot.
say. But
Or no offense, but
Yeah, no, I whenever I say no offense, I totally mean offense. Just so you know.
Mhm.
well, I know.
That's Jody code.
All right. Anyway, so after that scene, we see them. They're fixing the satellite to try to get the comms going up here. It was never really meant to be fixed, especially in.
Oh my God,
space.
this runs on VGA. Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with this place? And look at all these twisted pairs. Like,
It's
can't you
plug
put
and
some
play.
shielding on there? Oh my
Yeah, it's
God!
not going so well. So they've
And
been
it's
trying
got
to
like,
get this going.
oh, go back one. Hold on, that's like SD RAM. What the hell are they running here? Oh, look, they have a processor with no heatsink down at the bottom.
They probably bought
Pretty
more
good.
parts from the Soviets again.
I know what the problem is. No heatsink.
Yeah.
It's overheating.
But it's in space.
space.
Isn't it cold?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
No.
matter. It's still overheating.
All right, well, it's overheating. So they're trying to reboot it
You're
here.
telling me it needs a fan?
Probably.
Maybe they need the HVAC.
I'm not sure what they're going to vent into it, but okay.
Anyway, so Ed's like, we might have to call this operation. It's not working. It was not, whatever. But Danny's trying to like.
Danny's like,
another
shut up,
try.
Ed.
This
Stop
is
being a bitch."
important. Let's go for it. And
All these people should have access to Pornhub whenever they need it.
this is essential. And
There's not enough bandwidth for Pornhub.
We can't
Someone
charge
like,
them for
"Hello, how
Pornhub."
do you do?"
We can't charge
Right.
them for the Pornhub subscription if they don't have it.
Yeah.
but it works. They managed to get the system back online.
Everybody
Communications
can jerk off.
reestablished.
Yay.
It's a big hero moment here for Danielle, and good for her, right?
But the
I
problem-
brought
Jeff,
back
Jeff,
the
Jeff.
porn.
Here's the problem: they didn't tell anybody at this point, so now it's working, and then the workers just sort of find out.
Yeah, and that's the problem is they don't tell anyone that what they did. None of them feel like they're in it together. There's the haves and their have-nots, and aren't we so great we did this for you? But they celebrated together. They didn't celebrate with the workers, and then all of a sudden the workers just got it.
But when they got it working, they still didn't tell them.
Right?
No, they
Yeah.
didn't send out an announcement or anything. They just the guy all of a sudden figured out that he could get his porn again.
Your glorious leader, Danielle Poole, has bestowed upon you internet.
Yes. Great, glorious leader, Poole.
It's like when you work in a corporate office and they're like, "We're gonna have a pizza party," and you're like, "Why don't you just fucking pay me more?"
Yeah.
I mean, let me
Yeah.
go home early. Yeah.
I love it when they're like, you need to come to the office, but we'll buy food. What?
That might get me there. Okay, so then we transition back to Earth, about more of this Kelly and Aleda conversations at the bar, talking about Aleda not being able to go back to NASA, about Kelly's scientific research.
The actress who
being-
plays Kelly cannot do a drunk person.
No.
I don't buy it for 1 second.
And they're drinking things here, but she's talking about the viscosity and the liquid. She was going to find life on another planet, but now it's all been set back here by budget cuts and economics or whatever. And so I think it's then that Kelly says, "Let's go toilet paper Hobson's house." And Aleda says she's in. They both don't like Hobson.
So why didn't they? They didn't
I
even
think they
show me
did.
that.
I think they
show me it.
Well, they didn't show it to us because then it transitions the next morning to Aleda's house.
Why would they show us anything exciting?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Any action at all? Why would they show any of it?
Well, there's a
Somebody
little bit of
shows
drool
about.
coming out of her.
So yeah, so
I did like the kid though. The kid was great. You threw up on my
We
carpet.
didn't even get to see Kelly throw up.
I know.
no, that would have been some action.
That would have been the most
At
accurate.
this
episode.
point, I would take that.
We see her drooling here on Aleda's couch. So there's that.
If I wanted to see that, I would just turn over in my bed.
Also, she's like who's taking care of the kid? Like, is it the grandma?
Oh, it's
Well,
Oh,
no,
that
Dad's there.
kid's like 5. She can take care of herself.
no, not her. Kelly's kid.
her mother-in-law.
Her mother-in-law.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Russian
Yeah.
one there. Technically not her mother-in-law because she was never married to Alexei and whatever. But anyway, her the other the
That's the reason
grandmother.
why Ed didn't come back. He's like, I'm not dealing with that.
I'm not babysitting.
Look at Aleda's husband just laughing at her. He's just
Yeah, he's like,
Oh, you're awake. Would you like some coffee? Come
he's
on
like,
here.
by the way, you owe us a rug.
It was a rug and a new couch cushion. And Aleda's daughter, not too impressed.
she has the same like scowl that
Yeah.
Aleda
Yeah.
has.
Oh, they
Yeah.
cast her well.
They
Look
matched
at
this
that.
kid pretty good.
Other than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casting
I'd totally
director.
buy that for daughter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. We then head to the kitchen. And apparently, even though Aleda had been up drinking all night, she never sleeps and she's fine the next morning. She's not thrown up on any rugs.
She's a Hispanic. She can hold her liquor.
Apparently. So
What?
What are you talking about?
Well, she's better at tequila, I guess, at least.
She can hold her liquor. She's fine.
We see that Aleda drinks more than Kelly, that's for sure.
She's a functional alcoholic.
Yeah. Anyway, so then she's like showing her, hey, I've been working on this all night. I want you to like quit NASA and come in to basically create a new company with me, like a private thing. And Kelly's like, I can't leave NASA. It's what I've always wanted, and it's where I grew up and everything else. But I think Aleda feels like this is her time maybe to get out, and maybe she's seeing that it could be that for Kelly. And these two partnering up could make sense.
Aleda's so rich that they bring in donuts every day. Did you notice a huge pile of donuts on the counter?
Oh yeah, her husband likes the donuts.
Downtown Abbey, but in space.
Yeah,
that's a good one, Pascal.
Yeah, at least Downton Abbey was a little bit original.
Oh jeez,
there's more action in it.
Anyway, then back at Mars, she's trying to get the morale up. Look, we got the bandwidth back. We can watch soccer. Isn't that exciting?
Soccer was also on in the restaurant, which I found interesting.
Oh.
Maybe soccer is like a big deal in the States now too.
Maybe.
Wait, go back one slide.
So the soccer?
Yeah. Even in this reality, sports gambling is still a thing.
At 365. Yeah.
At 365 on all the websites being mentioned here. Anyway, so they're watching it. Ed thinks this soccer's dumb. It's not like.
Well, of course he would.
Yeah, but she's like thinks this is good for the crew. They're all cheering up here. At least
where are the workers?
They're not. They don't get to come.
They don't get to see this.
Yeah,
they're busy working.
again
for a buck. Not like these guys. They don't watch soccer.
The more that I've had this conversation with you guys for this episode, the more I hate everybody right now here. like everybody in this room, and I'm not mean you guys, I mean in the show. Everybody in this room needs to fuck off. Like they all suck. I don't like it.
Someone needs to give up their seats for these senior citizens as well. Like, why are they standing?
Yeah, why are these two standing and the young guys are all down there?
All right, they should get
Is that
wheelchairs.
another
Even
old
the
guy?
chef's in on it.
Yeah, look at isn't he an old guy too?
No, he's just wearing a hat. Like
And utility wise, why would you have two different sets of dishes? Like
I can't get into that right now, but it's.
I know that really bugs you, Dave.
Yeah, it does.
Dave, are you happier with the uniforms this year?
No. Anyway, but that's kind of, but depends who you're talking about. Not the Helios uniforms. I don't like these new Helios uniforms, but
the NASA ones, they're the same, but they're blue now.
That's better. Okay. So anyway, so now Miles is finally getting his emails. He can watch all his video messages from his family. There's a huge backlog, right?
Why does he need money? They got a beautiful
Why
house.
does he need money? Capitalism.
They don't have that. He doesn't live there. She's living with her parents.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. I remember that now.
Yeah. So they're going through all these updates, but his family seems mostly happy and proud he's on Mars and he's doing this whole thing, and they're asking to bring back a space rock for him and them and all those kinds of things. And he's getting also emotional and sad throughout all these moments.
But this is a 2-year thing for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's getting away from his family for 2 years. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has to pay for his floss. This is a bum deal.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, I'm going to record a message back, right? And so he tries to kind of BS here.
On
He's
a
like,
Legitech webcam.
I got fitted for my spacesuit, and I'm doing all these great adventures, and I got you a space rock. I'm going to bring you a Mars rock. And then he kind of stops. He decides, that I don't like that take. And he's kind of, pulling his Massey, who was there and present. She's like,
She's trying to sleep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And did you really get a Mars rock? No, it's the old meatloaf.
She's like, I gotta get this guy drunk because that was pathetic.
Yeah.
It's like
They got a DVD player though.
Do they? Oh,
Yeah,
that's handy.
that's good.
Yeah. So
That
she
makes it all
says,
better.
Now they do mention the soccer, but they decide, like, I guess they could have gone to the soccer, but they didn't.
Okay.
So she takes them to another place, and
See, I thought they were gonna hook up here. I thought she was horny, but turns out no.
No. No, they're going to their back room secret bar area, where the real action happens here.
Dartboards in space. Is that a good idea?
Maybe not.
Sure.
Maybe better to have Velcro. Anyway, this is like the bar.
Like, I mean, you don't take the darts outside and play. You play inside.
Like, don't aim them at the walls.
What happens if they hit one of those windows?
I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, they talk about Parker. Like, she took that photo from him earlier, and this is, I guess, where it got put up. This is kind of where this is like their little refuge for the workers, the staff lounge, if you will, where they have some super strong moonshine here. That
is some fucking yellow moonshine
that Russian guy makes.
Made out of recycled piss.
Recycled pee.
It's recycled pee, but
This
it's
is what's left over.
I never
after they
thought of that
extract the
until just
water.
now. Yeah.
I was like, why is it yellow? Oh yeah, that's why, isn't it?
Maybe that's why he was making that face. He's like, oh, this tastes like piss.
Because it is. Yeah, so they all have a shot. And he's like, God damn, that's strong.
Like, they got filters, right? Like, it doesn't come back out yellow. Like, it's
I don't know. It's black market, so watch out.
Black market, yeah.
So that
upstairs, it's filtered.
Yeah, upstairs they got the
Downstairs,
filters.
It is not.
Downstairs, they're like, you're lucky it doesn't have chunks in it.
Jeez. Anyway. Oh man. Okay. So final scene of the episode is here in Russia. As Margot wakes up one morning, she's doesn't know what to do with herself.
Dave, is she just old too, or is like why is she limping so much?
She's old as well. Yes.
Well, she's also in a
Probably
cold
hurt in
climate.
the explosion. Yeah.
Also in Russia, it's cold.
Yeah.
Hurts your bones.
So did she
She
now,
sleeps with a water bottle.
Hot water bottle, yeah, because it's always
she
cold.
walks with a hot water bottle too. So
She also was in that explosion. Yes.
I think she had left already.
She already left, though. Yeah.
I think she already had left
Okay.
the building. So I don't.
But you also see, like, she wears like a wrist protector thing on her as well, which is like, like an elastic thing. So it's like, I guess she's just maybe got arthritis or something.
does she have a job over there, or is she just there?
No, she's been kind of just
No.
doing nothing for 8 years.
She
Apparently.
lives off the State Department.
Yeah. She practiced her rowing exercises there in the morning.
Oh, that'll be handy.
She's also, she's like making coffee or whatever, and when she puts on the TV, she notices like every channel is like the Nutcracker, like a ballet.
It's Swan Lake, Dave, you uncultured swine.
Yeah.
I just think I was like,
World famous, the Russian ballet.
one channel.
Oh, Heather, that made my night.
Best pattern.
I don't know. Yeah.
I also like the fact that she has a Trinitron tube TV, but the rest of the world uses flat screens.
Right. Well,
That's pretty funny.
everything in Soviet Union kind of sucks. Is kind of what they always try to.
Are you
portray.
kidding? You play retro games on that thing? That thing's way better.
Probably. Anyway, so she's getting a little
Narrow
confused by
curve.
that. She looks outside and then she like tries to pick up the phone, but there's no dial tone on the phone. Something's kind of weird here. Even though the phone is
So
home
her
in.
first instinct is to go outside.
Yeah, so she heads outside, I guess, to go to the bakery she always goes to. And then
And then the newsstand.
but she also notices that the guy who normally is following her and keeping tracks of her, like whatever KGB guy, like he's not here either.
Why would the
Right.
car be there, though?
It's not the same car though. It's like
Is it a different car? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's another car. A spy wouldn't drive that yellow car. It's too, And then and I'm guessing they're taking this from like real accounts of like what was it like in the Soviet Union in like 1991 when everything collapsed.
Oh, I
you
bet
know?
it sucked.
It was. I think they're trying to kind of show that here, right? She tries to ask like, "Do you know what's going on?" to the baker. I hear sirens. He's like, "It's fine. Go home. I have bread in the oven. Deal with it."
Well, and I also like the fact that he doesn't have any stuff pre-made. Like it's,
Right.
he's just there's nothing in his rat.
Scarcity
in his rat.
is
Yeah.
going here,
Yeah.
and as she's waking her way around, we see that there's a whole like riot here at the newsstand, where people are
I
getting.
love those little chibi cop cars, though. They're so cute.
Yeah.
They probably do like 20.
They want to shut his newsstand down. Clear the streets. Martial law is coming into effect here. Only essential businesses. I don't know if is the bakery is. I guess that might be an essential business.
It's a food thing, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, but where's Gorbachev? Was Gorbachev? Yeah, Gorbachev was like abducted, right? Like in our timeline, right before the full fall. And am I remembering that right?
I think he was. Yeah, I think he was like he was taken over like a mutiny kind of thing, if I remember.
Yeah. So everyone's saying you're just
mutiny when it's on land. No, it's a coup.
Coup. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coup, yeah.
At least I knew it was Swan Lake.
Right. And we saw in the previous episode, Margot had kind of a rapport, not just with the baker, but also with these newsstand guys. And everyone knows me here. Comply or be arrested. And the tear gas comes out. People are getting arrested. Beaten with nightsticks, police brutality.
All of these people are like Ed Baldwin age.
Yeah.
It's great.
Including her. And so Margot decides to get involved. She stopped the cop from hitting her newsstand friend. He's just a newspaper salesman, but then Margot gets arrested herself. Her glasses.
She got hit too.
Yeah,
she got hit right in the face. Yeah,
with the nightstick. Yeah,
that's what broke the glasses.
Yeah, so she's been dragged away to who knows where, and that is the end of the episode.
And she can't see anything, which makes it even better.
Yeah. So
I'm looking forward to next episode because I want to see her being tortured.
Is this like Star Trek before Star Trek was Star Trek? No. This is just a completely different show.
This is the quality of Discovery. That's easy.
No, it's better than Discovery. Come on.
No, Discovery is better than this.
Adam's got it. Was good. Anyway, any trivia or fun facts for us, Adam?
I just was looking at what was going on in the Soviet Union. So at this point, 1991, it formally dissolved as a sovereign state and was subject of international law on December 26, 1991. It had experienced internal stagnation and ethnic separatism. And although highly centralized until its final year, the country was made up of 15 top-level republics that served as the homelands for different ethnicities. By 1991, a catastrophic political crisis came up, and several republics began departing the Soviet Union, and Gorbachev, continuing the waning of the centralized power, basically there was a coup, and he resigned on Christmas Day that year, 1991. But basically, when the Soviet Union fell, then you had 15 republics emerge, and now we've got chaos, right? And especially in those days too, because you had the central state now controlling all the distribution.
It was more organized back then.
It was more organized.
I know. I'm just kidding.
It wasn't the great place for her to be. Like she made a decision. She made a bad decision. She should have gone to prison in the U.S. and was being treated better. I think.
Probably. Yeah.
Not as bored.
She might be out by now.
She'd probably have a better TV.
Yeah. So when he resigned and turned over his presidential power, including control of the nuclear launch codes, to Boris Yeltsin, who is now the first president of the Russian Federation. That evening, the Soviet flag was lowered from the Kremlin, and that was the last time that the Soviet flag was flown. So you had lots of turmoil in these times there, Dave.
That was 91, right?
Yes.
91.
What year is in this?
2003.
2003.
Yeah. So it's lagging a little bit.
It's 12 years later. But
I remember we were just shown on the beginning of last episode when they were flashing back, and the Soviet Union was hitting its high time.
They were having economic boom, and they had all like this clean energy, and so what?
Yeah, it doesn't look like that way when Margot's shopping and making her tea. It's funny that every show when they show the Soviet Union it's always gray and concrete block 1960s 70s kind of architecture, which is completely boring.
Chernobyl with more people.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely the creators of the show have their viewpoint on the Soviet Union being inferior to the United States. I think that is part of but it's also an American-made show, so I think there's some bias there, but maybe some truth. I think that the authoritarian things that they're showing with the Soviet Union and the different seasons are accurate, and
But in this episode, I mean, you can take that and really flip it to what's going on up on Mars and Happy Valley.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you definitely have your
Different class of citizens,
class of
basically.
citizens.
Yeah.
Right. Wouldn't be like that in a communist utopia.
But it was, and that really wasn't communism either. So
yeah, but my understanding is like the Soviet Union fell in our timeline because of a lot largely because of overspending, right? Like they spent so much, overspent so much on their military and.
Well, Reagan's
nuclear
tactic
weapons.
was to get them to spend more. I mean, that whole Star Wars. Remember Star Wars? Were you guys?
Oh
remember that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Like Star Wars was never going to happen.
No.
But it was really the catalyst for Reagan.
But they made them think it was. So then they started
kept
pumping tons of money into it.
tons of money into this, and it never was going to work. But it,
Is that what's going on with the Golden Dome now? Do you think that's the same tactic?
No, that's just a delusion of Trump.
There's no tactics. Trump's just saying shit.
Tactics?
All right.
What's tactics?
Today? It's that. Tomorrow it's something else.
I know he likes to think he's like a Reagan type who does Reagan like things. So.
Except for when Reagan talked about tariffs.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to be that Reagan.
There, and just for fun, this is actually a fun fact. There is actually a Carl Sagan Center for Research. It's the SETI Institute where over 100 scientists work right now.
All the big array.
Pardon me?
They have the big array of
that's
dishes.
Right.
Yeah. Radio dishes.
So it's kind of cool that they recognized him on the show a couple times now and did it again tonight.
That is cool.
That's it.
I got a couple.
Yeah, good.
Fun facts with Dave.
You're right. It was Swan Lake, Heather.
Yes, I know I was right. Thank you.
The hardliner broadcast Swan Lake on TV to fill airtime when they try to carry out their coup. Swan Lake has also been broadcast following the deaths of Leonid Brezhnev, Kostinov, Kurchenko, and Yuri Yendropov to fill the airtime.
So basically, if you're in Russia and they're playing ballet on the TV and it's Swan Lake,
it's going down.
Really bad happened.
Yeah. And
one of your leaders died or there's a coup.
Yeah.
And there's that line, no Bucks, no Buck Rogers is a direct quote from the movie The Right Stuff. So,
That's a good
all right.
movie.
All right, let's get into our ratings and put a score. Now we're going to start with Kevin because he wasn't here.
He's the most positive.
And we didn't get his rating for the first episode. So let's get Kevin's rating first for episode 1.
I predicted a 6.
Oh, I don't know. I like this class warfare stuff, but not really. I don't really like the vibe.
You like it in like theoretically, but maybe the execution's not completely.
Yeah, it's not great. 5 for last week.
Okay.
Oh.
I am maybe 5.5 this week. It's bad.
No. Don't tell Adam. He'll be affected.
Dave was the most positive on it last week.
Rich might have been.
Rich.
No, it was Dave. Oh, we don't see Rich.
Rich and I were the same. We were both.
I think you're the same. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at 7.5. Okay, Heather, would you like to go next?
I don't know, like a 7, I guess. No, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because I really liked that montage.
Okay. All right. 7.5. Jeff.
I'll bump it up to a 6.5.
Okay. Wow. Jody.
I don't know where you guys are coming off that this is a better episode than last week. I'm gonna give this a 5.
I had visceral emotion to this episode. Last episode, I was just bored.
I was bored during this episode too, except for the montage. The montage was good.
I just had a hate on for Ed Baldwin throughout the whole episode, so at least I'll remember that. First episode, I don't remember. You know.
Yeah. This I felt like there was a bit more you remembered here. Adam, I'm 9, 10.
Probably 9.5. I think that would be my prediction.
9.9. No, here it is, guys. Like, we're in season 4 now. We've got really old people, and they should go. We have new characters, but we're not seeing enough of them. We got Margot. I don't even understand why she's on the show anymore. There's no story there yet, and I'm giving it time. But there's
God. I hope they beat her in the next episode.
Jody,
what?
So you wouldn't
I
be the
want to
same.
see some prologue scenes. That's what I want to see.
You know, and then I want to know what happened to Danny, but I'm almost not caring now.
I don't care.
You had your window to tell me. I'm not.
He
now
died, Adam.
Yeah,
He
I know,
died.
but why and what happened? And
They will show it. They are going to show it.
Yeah, I know, but by that
Really?
time I won't care, Dave. Like
I
wanted
already
to-
don't care.
I wanted to know now, and so this episode sucked. It was a 4.
I want to follow up on Jimmy though. I want to know how many boys are on him.
There's going to be a spin-off. It's all about Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
It's just
Everybody
like Jimmy.
hates Jimmy.
Jimmy Eats World. Okay. I liked this about the same. 7.5 as last week.
Statues
so,
and heartache. The Jimmy story.
So we're averaging a 6 tonight. A 6 out of 10.
That's still too high.
It's a pass.
It's still too high.
You know, although I feel like with TV episodes, you at least need a 7 for it to be a pass. Anyway, this has a 7.4 on IMDb, so there is a drop off here between episode 1 and 2 for them. So currently season 4, you know, with just these 2 episodes is averaging a 6.3. So not a great start.
I also want to point out that Adam and I are spot on the exact same amounts in season 4, just so you know.
Yeah.
He's finally come to the dark side. I like it.
God,
Yes.
what has happened to me?
I
I know. It's amazing.
It's so bad.
You're so much better now, Adam.
Whether the season isn't going to be your best thing, we got to get through it so that we can get to season 5, which they are making. It is coming, and it could be amazing, right? So we have
Kilman be running around with a walker, and
we got Ed
he'll be
Baldwin.
talking to his friend
He's
Dolores.
just
all
gonna
the
be a
time.
head flying around.
Like
I'm
in
not
Deep Down, he's just gonna be a head in a jar.
Futurama heads, yeah.
I'm not super hopeful for the rest of this season if you're already trying to convince me that season 5 is going to be
Kevin,
great.
last week, Dave actually said to me, it's not the best season. Like he was teeing it up to be horrible.
I'm not trying. No, I wasn't
He
trying
did
to
say
tee it up.
that.
He's just trying to manage your expectations.
I'm trying to manage your
Yeah.
expectations
Pretty
because
low, Heather. They're pretty low.
I think that they have some interesting ideas and themes, and it was interesting to see where the characters went.
Where?
Although,
What are they? What are the interesting things?
well, I can't spoil it for you.
All
You
right.
know,
All
I
right.
have to.
You know what though, Dave? You know what is good? Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Well, that too, but let's just plug our next episode. As I know everyone's excited
We
for
have to.
episode. Episode 3 is coming. It's called The Bear Hug
Oh, everybody needs a hug. I need
Yeah,
a hug
exactly.
right now.
from a bear. What is that Russian saying? If sometimes you get the wolf or you get the bear or something.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, Star Trek: The Next Generation is another show that less
better.
controversial.
Yeah.
We're going to be watching on Thursday this week, and our next episode it is. No, they've changed these layouts for me. It is called The Defector, season 3, episode 10. Will be on Thursday. I'm going to be on with Jody and Adam and somebody else
All
to be
right.
determined.
The positivity train's coming.
Yes, I don't think I'm going to have to talk them off a ledge for this one.
No,
so
it's
good.
good.
that's
Great.
you know,
Yeah, it's
Right.
probably one
With
of my
Dr.
favorite ones.
Mora.
mhm, Dr. Moore.
Right. Same guy.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Excellent.
Also, we are covering Survivor on the Super Mater Brothers podcast right now.
That's probably better than this.
Wednesday we'll be on to talk about the newest episode. It's called "If You're Loyal to All, You're Loyal to None." Check that out. Wednesday night.
Wow,
And-
I'd vote for that guy. He looks
Jaemeel
good.
does not like that guy, but anyway, tune in to find out more. Anyway, so that's it for tonight. That is our review of Have a Nice Saul. And with that, I think we'll sign off. I think we have a Babylon 5 trivial debates coming up, everyone. If you wanted to know on
No
November
one's gonna
30th.
watch that.
It's going to be Dave 3 times.
It's gonna be
so-
Dave. Yeah, Dave's gonna be like, I know more about you, Dave. Well, I know more about you than you, Dave.
Where I just argue with myself, pre-recorded versions of myself.
The worst thing about it is Dave's gonna lose.
This
Yeah.
Babylon 5 character is actually a lot better than the Deep Space Nine version of this character.
They stole it from Babylon 5
they
in a
stole
lot of
it.
cases. You know.
Come on. Okay, chat. Does anybody like Babylon 5? Please get in touch with us because we need more not Daves to participate in
I think everybody just left.
They're like, what?
They just turned off.
They're like Babylon 5. Screw you, Dave.
Oh,
Yikes.
so good. I was watching some of those speeches the other day on YouTube. They're so good. Anyway,
Which is
but
what?
Jakar, Londo, all kinds of great moments.
Nobody knows what that
don't even
is.
know
You're
what
just
you're talking
saying
about.
syllables, Dave.
I know.
At this point, you're just speaking
And
gibberish.
I'm the one who's uncultured. I don't know what to tell you.
Got burned by
Russian
Dave.
ballet.
That's
Babylon.
Yes. Kind of the same. All right. Well, thanks to the whole panel and the crew, everyone. Thanks for watching in the live chat, and we'll see you next time here on For All Mankind. A great show, especially season 4. See you next time, everyone, and good night. See ya.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.